Hello, everybody. That was just a finger over there. That was Kevin Steinman. We are Crypto Daily News, and we have some updates for you. This is the Crypto Goddesses live stream right now. However, we're going to be filming for Crypto Daily News. Therefore, I cannot interact with you very much right now. But if you guys have questions, I'll try to get to them after we do Crypto Daily News. Hi, Galarado. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this filming for Crypto Daily News. And then I'm going to pin it. Long time. Hi, Sandish. Why is it?
Yes, there has been a lot of activity though in this time.
Yes. Okay. I got it pinned. That means you guys can see right there in front of your face that we're filming for Crypto Daily News. Therefore, I cannot respond to you until after we're done filming. Okay.
Exactly. We'll talk to you guys in a minute.
And give me your questions because I'll scroll back and look for them.
All right, let's jump into this.
We have to get really close and...
Because everything's vertical now, you know. Maybe like you should be on top and I'll be on bottom. I don't know how that will work. But yeah, anyway. Okay, we're gonna jump into this. Let's make it happen.
Oh, you're not doing it sideways. Oh, okay.
Hey there, my friends. Kevin Steinman here with Crypto Daily News, episode number 47, here with my co-host, Chelsea Penner.
Hello,
We've got some
everybody.
really cool updates to share with you. And first and foremost, I just want to say, what is up with this blood in the water? I mean, we got all the top cryptos right now, except for good old Litecoin.
Litecoin.
Good old Litecoin is doing all right at 134 right now, but we got the rest of the markets are down. We got BTC at 9,142. Nice to see at least that the bullish momentum made it over that 9K hump. And we got XRP at 43 cents, Ethereum at 266, Bitcoin Cash 413, and EOS at $6.81. Speaking of EOS, if you guys have any EOS on Binance, I heard that in September they're going to be delisting it. So if you live in the US, you need to get your EOS off there ASAP. They'll probably send an announcement to all the people who are living in the US that have EOS on their actual platform. But just a heads up to be safe. Probably better to do it sooner than later. There are plenty of exchanges out there. So just make sure you do that.
Also, if you store a lot of coins on exchanges, I don't recommend doing that anyway. I think most coins have their own wallets. If you can look on their websites or look it up online and you can find their own wallets or get your own cold storage wallets, it's much safer to keep your coins off exchanges. I've had almost all of my exchanges hacked. And I'm so grateful I wasn't keeping any coins on my exchanges that were hacked. I was saved by my smartness. So just know that hackers try all the time to hack people's accounts. And now our government doesn't want us to have coins on exchanges. So
yeah, good old Donald Trump. He's probably going to build a wall around the exchange. So you guys better be careful. Not going to get your coins out. No way, no how. Anyway, speaking of walls, what's up with Facebook? You know, first of all, like last year, they go and they're like, you know what? We're going to ban all the ads for any cryptocurrency related stuff. We're done with blockchain. We don't want anything to do with this. And
but
long and behold, long and behold, just like everyone saw it coming, they're like, oh, you know what? Let's just make our own coin. We'll keep everyone out and we'll make our own and roll it out. And what's going to happen? I mean, today, June 18th, they announced a white paper with Libra. With their own coin. I mean, okay, but first and foremost, before I even get into this stuff, because there's a lot being said, there is already at least 3 people from different countries that have a lot of power saying that they just don't want anything to do with this. The EU regulations, actually, they were saying that they just want to bar them, basically. They're like, given the company's troubled past with privacy and all this stuff, it really makes you wonder, you know? And it's like, if you put the quote aside and you look at what Facebook has done in the past with the responsibility of protecting our data, I mean, how good of a job have they done?
Yeah, they're not very trustworthy in the privacy area.
I mean, I think they're probably as good as Equifax was a few years ago, if you know what I'm saying, which is not that good.
No.
So, you know, their main crypto here is going to be using the Libra blockchain, and calibra.com is where you can find out more. But I do know that Chelsea wanted to share some info about it because she's actually been reading through the white paper. So, yeah, Chelsea, what do you think about this new announcement here?
So I was reading through the white paper, and I know how boring it is for most people to do that. So I made your job a lot easier by just giving you some information. So Libra Coin is a stable coin, and they are backing it with assets, and treasury bonds are one of them, which means it's not a huge money-making coin. So if you were to buy a bunch of coins, don't expect it to jump up in value maybe 1% a year or so. It's just it's a stability coin. But the people that will be making a lot of money with this are, guess what? The elite. They'll make a ton of money. You know why? Because masternodes. And if you have $10 million, you too could own a masternode with the Libra coin and make a ton of money with transactions.
Yeah.
That's all you need, you guys.
All you need is 10 million.
10 million bucks.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Just go out and get it. I mean, don't act like it's difficult.
Come on. But because of that, some of the biggest names in Silicon Valley and technology in general, just the hugest companies right now, I think besides Amazon, are on board to be partners and masternodes with Libra coins, such as Airbnb, Lyft, Uber.
Yeah, I got MasterCard, PayPal, Visa.
Yeah, and some like MasterCard and Visa and some of these banking financial companies, we were kind of hoping that cryptocurrency would, I guess, kind of make it become archaic. But they're getting smart and deciding to join forces with cryptocurrency, therefore, you know, probably saving them long term. So because these huge companies are joining forces with them, and that's just the beginning, they're geared to have about 100 partners, which all minimum of $10 million to join, no biggie. They're geared to have 100 by next year when it launches officially in 2020. And they consider this stable coin just to be a money coin. You know, there's a lot of cryptocurrency projects that have other use cases, but this one is simply just, you know, moving money to each other, and they're hoping to tap people, the market of people that don't have bank accounts. And, you know, we've heard that a lot in cryptocurrency. However, with Facebook is a conglomerate. I mean, it's such a huge company. They own Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp.
Yep.
I mean, just billions of people that will have this technology already in their hands that will actually get crypto for using technology. So therefore, crypto will become mainstream. So that, I think, is one of the perks of the Libra coin, is it will make cryptocurrency mainstream. So there's a couple different ways and scenarios that could happen with Libra coin. One of them is that people will have access to cryptocurrency, therefore maybe use it to buy bigger cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. Therefore, you know, huge bull runs could happen because of Libra coin. Another thing that could potentially happen, but I don't know why, maybe, is that some people might take money out of Bitcoin and Ethereum, maybe if they're uneducated, and buy Libra coin just because the hype and FOMO or whatever. Maybe they don't know what stable coin means, I'm not sure, but you know, that's one thing that could happen. And I'm in a group of blockchain influencers, and some people have stated that they're kind of worried that there's too many stupid people in crypto that don't know what they're doing, that might take money out of the smart money, which is Bitcoin and, you know, the top 5 crypto, and put it into a stable coin, thinking maybe that they'll make a ton of money when they don't really understand that it's just maybe a 1% increase a year. So
yeah, like we always like to say here at Crypto Daily News, any advice you take from us could lead you to go broke and die. But with that being said, you should go and read the white paper at calibra.com, because that is the best source of information. Chelsea's read it, she's gotten all her info from there, and that's directly from the source. But another thing to think about is this. As I've said in the past in other episodes, there's actually an adoption curve that needs to happen for cryptocurrency, and Chelsea actually touched on this. That is awareness, education, and adoption, right? So the fact that Facebook is rolling this out, even though I have my own opinions about them, which I expressed slightly earlier, you know, Chelsea's on point with that. If this rolls out and enough people use it, it's definitely going to bridge the gap between awareness and education of what blockchain can do.
Yeah.
The reality of the matter is virtual currency has existed for some time, and so what's really happening now, and if you look at Apple Pay even, it's essentially the same thing. It's a virtual currency and a virtual transaction. So in essence, what they're doing,
actually trying to take over that.
Yeah, they're in essence just expanding upon that transaction itself and creating an asset behind it.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you think about what that does for them with Messenger, for Facebook, for WhatsApp, for Instagram, which by the way, they've already mentioned in the past that they're trying to bridge all these applications together to have a unified messaging system. And you can guarantee if that happens, they're going to do the same thing with their transactions as they roll out this Libra coin. So what does that mean? It means all their 2 billion plus average users across all those applications are going to be able to send money very easily across any application that Facebook owns. So it's something to think about. But again, it's not something that should be so surprising to anyone that knows Facebook and what they've been up to. So as you guys are learning more about this and what implications it could have, then just think about how you would want to participate with the new Libra coin that they're announcing. So there is some other stuff happening too with Litecoin and Ethereum 2.0 that Chelsea wanted to talk about as well. But I think for the most part, for as far as Libra coin is concerned, I'm going to keep my eye on it. But at the same time, it's Facebook after all. I support the initiative of them putting something in place to expand the use of blockchain itself. But at the same time, I don't fully support them as a company, even though they have, of course, made some cool technologies that all of us know and use every day. But given their history, as other people have quoted, it's just not something that I would count on myself, as opposed to other blockchains and other tokens and things like that.
Your opinion is very valid. A lot of people have the same concerns about the privacy aspects of this coin. In the white paper, when you look it up, it will state that you do not need any personal information when becoming a user, which I think is huge, because you could just write Joe Schmo and use Libra coin to purchase transactions, and I think that's big. However, saying that there's not going to be any, you know, I guess alignments towards you and the user of the coin, I don't know. I really feel like they're maybe with the IP address that you're using, they might interlock it somehow. But they're trying to make us feel comfortable in the white paper by saying that you don't have to use personal information and you can just be some Joe in the sky.
Yeah, basically what they're saying is if you use Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or Messenger, they already have your data anyway, so they don't need it because they have it.
Yeah, and they're saying you don't have to have a Facebook or any of those companies. You don't have to. Right. You know, they're just trying to make people feel comfortable, I think. But at the end of the day, a lot of us are still skeptical. You know, all the smart people were like, what are you doing, Facebook? What are you doing?
Exactly. It's like, what are you doing over there?
And they say, you know, that they're going to use it for security in the white paper, again, trying to make us feel comfortable. I think just like after 9/11, the airports were trying to make us feel comfortable about the security screenings at the airport. They're trying to say the same thing about Libra coin. Well, you know, we'll use some safety precautionary measures with this coin. But to me, that kind of is scary. That's like, what does that mean exactly? Or are you going to be cahooting with the government? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. So again, I completely agree with Kevin on the opinion that we have about the trust issues with security. But I agree with his opinion, the mass adoption, what it will do for that. So again, it's kind of, we're all in this space kind of like, we'll see. Like, we'll see how it pans out. But I do have a strong feeling that it will be a good thing for mass adoption of cryptocurrency in general.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about Litecoin and Ethereum 2.0 here, Chelsea? You were mentioning that.
Well, let's start with Ethereum 2.0 that will be launching January 3rd, 2020, and that's a big deal because we've been waiting quite a while for Ethereum to have more advanced technology because Ethereum, we were a little worried there for a minute. We had a couple, we had an episode where they had they completely went out.
Where it dropped and the whole mainnet crashed.
Crashed,
yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's had some issues like that in the past. However, people haven't stopped completely believing in it. It's still one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies. And because this Ethereum 2.0 is coming out January 3rd, 2020, people are regaining some confidence in it. And it sounds like people will most likely be accumulating this year. So it could be hitting $300 soon based on just the knowledge about 2.0 coming out alone. So if I were you, and again, don't take my advice if you don't believe me or if it doesn't feel right, but just based on logical facts alone that they're coming out with a 2.0, it could be good to accumulate this year. We could see a bull run.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're making improvements, then it is one of the original altcoins, so.
And first in marketing world, the impeccable laws of marketing is the best. It's even better than being better.
Yeah, so needless to say, we are headed into some exciting times in the second 2 quarters of 2019 with cryptocurrency and blockchain. This announcement today that Facebook has made with the Libra Coin is definitely disruptive. I mean, you can't argue with it. What happens from today is going to be pretty instrumental, I believe, and affect the blockchain space as a whole. So we'll just have to see in the next couple months how it does. But at the same time, as Chelsea and I said in our last episode, the floor for where crypto was has pretty much already been reached. So we could expect perhaps some consolidation and some downs and ups, but it's not going to crash as we expect, as it already has in the past.
I want to talk about the floor for a minute too, because we saw a lot of bull running since the floor was announced by Binance for Bitcoin. What was interesting is the founder of Litecoin, and this is probably why Litecoin's having such an awesome year. The founder of Litecoin knew when it was at its highest, and in fact, he actually sold some tokens himself, which he got some flack for, but I think he was just being a smart businessman. But he was also nice enough to announce that he said the floor is coming, and it did in fact hit a floor. Litecoin hit a floor, and then the founder mentioned, okay, it's at its floor. And I think that's why people have a lot more confidence, among other things, with Litecoin, because it's easier to mine than Bitcoin. It's one of them. It's more affordable too. So sometimes people have a Coinbase account. They don't really know much about crypto. They think, oh, I could buy 5 Litecoin and I can only buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. So maybe I'll do the Litecoin. So for a lot of reasons, it's having a really good year. But the founder, I think, being transparent has been very helpful. Because when something's announced, this is the floor, people feel very confident. Okay, this is a good investment right now because this is the bottom and there's a lot of support. So there's only upward potential at this point, upward swings. So that's why Bitcoin's having a better year after it hit the floor. Litecoin's having some of the best percentages right now consistently. And if it keeps this rate up, it could actually beat Ripple, which is crazy. If it hits 250, it could beat Ripple. In terms of the full amount of people that have invested in Litecoin itself. And when it comes to charts, again, talking about floors, etc., charts consistently show, since Bitcoin was first, around back in 2008, 2009, that every time there's a really great bull run, there's usually a correction that occurs anywhere between 20 to 40%, so average of 30. And we've had a great bull run recently. So we're due to have a correction. When it will be, we don't know. It could be any minute, or it could, people could be FOMOing and it could be at 11.5. But either way, there's going to be another good buying period. So don't think it's too late to buy Bitcoin. But after this next correction, we're really just going to see a huge bull run, I think. And 2020 is going to be insane.
Yeah, I mean, JP Morgan is finally getting more involved with these things, plus Fidelity and a handful of other financial service companies. And China now is they go from like hating crypto and blockchain for like 10 years straight to like in less than 6 months fully adopting it and being like, all right, now we own like everything. And you're like, okay. Anyway,
wow. Kind of like Facebook, how they hated crypto and banned it, all the ads and everything, and then they're like, oh, we're creating our own coin.
Exactly.
People are very bipolar in crypto.
Yeah, so you guys make sure to keep an eye on the charts, and I would suggest that if you're looking for a good entry point, go on the daily chart. You can go on TradingView, you can go on CoinMarketCap, whatever you use to trade even. I don't know what exchange you're using, maybe it's Binance, Kraken, who knows what. But the point is, go and look on the daily chart, and then look on the 4-hour chart, and look at the hourly chart. From there, you're going to be able to see what actually makes sense and where the previous support and resistance levels were, and I would make your assessment based off that, because those are actually the most true indicators. The higher the time frames, the more likely it is to be the actual floors and the support and resistance levels. So take a look at them. Kevin here from Crypto Daily News with co-host Chelsea Penner. We're glad you guys joined us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Good night, y'all. Okay, thanks so much for being patient, my live stream. It was good timing to do that because the Libra Coin white paper launched today. You're very beautiful. That's very nice of you, Galarudo. My name is Gary, by the way. It's a pleasure to chat with you too. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. Okay, what's up, Brazil? Hello from upstate New York. Yep. Guapa, heart eyes. No questions, you guys, huh? No questions at all? How do you guys not have any questions? Did you read the full Libra white paper too?
They must have. We got some educated viewers on our hands.
Yeah, they know everything. They didn't need to ask anything.
They're like, you're talking Crypto Daily News? We're looking at Crypto Minute News.
Okay, so I'm going to say one more thing because I got you guys on the live stream. This has been annoying me a lot. So there's fake, scammers. There's scammers that steal my pictures and my videos, especially the Cortez Chelsea one. I think they're like a group of people, and they managed to scam people out of thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, it's insane. It's insane. And they're stealing my pictures and videos to do it. So if you have a Chelsea that's talking to you, acting like she's flirting with you, and because they do that, actually, they like flirt with you, from any other accounts, which I honestly don't really flirt with my followers like that, so that's the first indicator that it's probably a scammer. But this is my only crypto account, The Crypto Goddess, and I have a YouTube, Chelsea The Crypto Goddess, and I have a personal page, The Chelsea Penner, and I have it's the Love Mentor, my dating coach and love mentor brand. That's it. All my bios are listed in my personal page, The Chelsea Penner. So if you were talking to anyone else from any other accounts and they said to send you Bitcoin, don't do it.
It's a trap.
It is a trap. They've been scamming. I don't know how they do it, but they make more Bitcoin than I did legitimately helping people. Like, it's insane. I have people writing me, oh, where's my $10,000? I'm like, who are you? I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. You know, I should get on Dateline and talk about this. But please do your due diligence when you're investing, and never, ever invest in someone that has not actually spoken to you face-to-face. But I would never have you send me Bitcoin directly. I always suggest where to put it, and people have never sent it to me. So, on that note, thanks so much for joining, everybody. Hi, Jason. I see you. Have a wonderful night, and send me messages if you have questions, comments, whatever. I'm happy to help. All right. Have a good night.